Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, y'all? It's been a while. It's been a minute. It's supposed to be posting something every month or every week. That was my goal. I already made a post about that on Instagram. Failed that shit. Yeah. But I'm just going to kind of explain the past 3 months from the start of the new year. And maybe some of you guys can relate. Or maybe some of you guys have been in the same position and been scared to like take the jump or whatever, the opportunity. But anyways, long story short, 3 months ago, I decided. We'll just go back 6 months from now. So as some of you guys may know, I have a clothing brand, and I met a fellow through doing the clothing brand organization, and I bought a mentorship, basically, type of thing, and had them run my ads for me. Went well, did good. Only problem with me with that is my cost of goods was too high, and I was barely making profit on the clothing brand. But besides the fact with that, I did the little program, started running ads with them. Took about 3 months. Got cool with the people there from my hometown-ish, right outside the area. Kind of have some mutuals, so met up, went to lunch with one of the owners, dinner actually, and talked about sales, this, and that, like a sales position that they have, like people selling for their offer, basically this and that. And I was like, they said they would look for somebody. And shit, me, like I'm never shying away from an opportunity to make some more money, if it makes sense. So I told them right there at dinner, I was like, well, shoot, like I used to do sales. I did door-to-door sales last summer. Like I could probably help you guys out, whatever. They ended up giving me the job. I started working with them. Worked with them for about a month and a half. Didn't do great, I'll be honest. Whether that was me or the offer, I won't really say, because now I'm on a good offer and I'm like ripping. And no shade to you guys if you are watching. There's just a lot of like macro management, whatever. No excuses though. Anyways, long story short, about a month and a half into that, I got fired, basically, I guess you would say. Got let go. Didn't get paid out either. So, wow, I just skipped a lot. So, right before that, right before I got hired by him, I'd been thinking about kind of quitting my job after I met him and like learned about what was going on. I was like, if I can make this amount of money and just be wherever I want, like why would I not go do this instead of going and working my corporate job where I was working 40 hours a week, hating my life, waking up at 5 a.m. to drive an hour and a half out to Atlanta and working from like 7:38 to like 4 or 5 p.m. Nobody wants to do that. I know some people are cool with that. Some people like the security of that. Me personally, I can't do that. It just took all my joy out. I was super sad. I don't like using the word depressed, but super sad with my life. Super sad only seeing X amount of income coming in and not being what I knew I was worth. So I took the job with them, right? Started working like two and a half weeks. Was doing okay, right? So I was like, fuck it. Like I'm gonna put my 2 weeks in. I'm gonna quit my job, go all in on the sales thing, which is something I always kind of wanted to do anyways. Pretty good. I've always been told I should do sales. So I took the jump, put my 2 weeks in. I just posted a video of it literally sitting in my basement, scared as hell. Hadn't got paid yet, been like 2 weeks in, but I was like, fuck it, I'm going to quit my job. Whatever led me to do that, I don't know. Parents said I was stupid for it. Only person that really like understood the whole process and I kind of like made the decisions with through was Tommy. Shout out to Tommy. It's my fucking boy. But yeah, so decided I was going to quit. I quit. And then 2 weeks later, I got, literally 2 weeks after I quit my job, I got fired from the sales I was doing. Because I wasn't performing. Anyways, nobody was performing. But anyways, I was the new person on the team. It just made sense. I don't hold a grudge to it. It is what it is. So, for like 2.5 weeks after that. Wasn't making a single dollar, making no money. And keep in mind, that's a month, 4 weeks, without making any money, right? So put myself in a little bit of a hole. Had no other option but to like find something to do. And luckily for me, I've built really good connections with everybody I meet. I'm a really personable dude. I'm not out there hunting for the connection, hunting like, oh shit, this guy does this, let me meet him. It's more of just like a genuine interaction. But it happens to be something that somebody in the space I enjoy. Anyways, whatever. One of my buddies, good buddies from back in high school, his cousin is a business development and growth operator is what they call it now, on TikTok and shit. But basically he goes in and he goes on these high ticket offers online, and he basically helps them on the back end, make sure everything's going smooth. That way they can scale efficiently. So anyways, I had his contact, and I know he helps out with the offers all the time. And I was sitting there, like I said, struggling for 4 weeks, no income, and knew that I wasn't going to go back to the job I was at because I just left it, right? And I wasn't going to go work at like Home Depot like I had before, or Chick-fil-A or something like that, which is fine if you do. I'm not sitting here telling you that that's like frowned upon. Me personally, I just couldn't do it. So I hit him up, and then he said, yeah, we got an interview tonight, actually. Random as hell. Like, it's just very weird how it all worked out. Hit him up that same day. He hits back, says, hey, yeah, we've got an interview tonight if you want to hop on. Hopped on an interview. 3 people interviewing me. 3 other people getting interviewed at the same time. Basically, just talked about what was going on. Talked about my situation, this and that. Said, ready to work. I've done X, Y, Z. Got me the job. And then I started like 2 weeks into the month. So obviously finished last is the closers because I started 2 weeks in. Fast forward, that was literally last month, I would say. Yeah, last month. Not last month. What's this? March. Back in March. Started in the middle of March, anyways. Last closer. April rolls around. It's my first real month in it. Learned the whole game, learned everything. I started to make sense. I was the top closer the month of April. My technically first month in their offer, which is crazy because the people that I'm competing against, they've been doing really well for the past, couple months or so. It was a slower period for all of us, or for their program to begin with last month. Somehow still finished top closer. But anyways, that being said, I guess like just kind of a backstory, but with all that being said, like I posted about it last night. It's like, if you're provided an opportunity and it makes sense to you, you pray about it. I'm big in the word, pray about every decision I make. Sometimes I don't get the answer, but I'll go at it, and then I'll get the answer afterward, right? It gotta be like, no. Or it'll be like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to be doing. And for a long time, I guess you could say I've been kind of like complacent. I've always had big aspirations and everything, I've took a lot of chances. I've done a lot of shit. If any guys or my friends watching this, I've probably tried everything under the sun, and it just didn't work out. But I go into that saying, a lot of people see you as, if you do a lot of things and you don't succeed in them, as like a failure, like a loser, whatever. The way I look at anything I've done, and I'll explain this, it's all tied back into what I'm doing now, which is what's fulfilling me and paying me more than everything I ever tried to do. With that being said, I tried a clothing brand, right? I did door-to-door sales, right? I've tried, that's really it, honestly. I've done a bunch of other things, but nothing that really ties into what I do right now. But I guess sales-wise as well, I used to do like sports bet signups, like shit like that. I used to go literally stand at the corner with a couple of my buddies downtown Athens at the bar, getting people to sign up for sports betting apps, and then we get like fucking $10-$20 a piece for like each sign up. So hustling, like I'm a hustler. But did that, did all that stuff, and I go with that saying, like I said, everything you do. Like, I thought I was the biggest failure when I did door-to-door sales, and I didn't make the 100K I seen people make, which is bullshit, by the way. There's only like 10% of the industry making more than 100K in door-to-door industry, but that's for another conversation. So I didn't do that. I feel like the biggest failure, right? Because I told everybody, oh, I'm about to make 40K this summer, 40, whatever. Ended up making like 17, 20K, like in 5 months. It's not very good. I was working 12 hours a day. So I felt like the biggest loser. Didn't get to hang out with any of my friends last summer. Didn't get to hang out with my girlfriend, my family, whatever. Didn't really succeed. I did the clothing brand. I never really went full-fledged, hard-ass into it because I didn't have the capital. But I did it for like 2.5 years. And all we ever made was like a total of 10K, which like still is crazy for like organic. And the drops, so I think we only did 4 drops, so it's like $2,500 a drop, which isn't bad. But I only made 10K off that, right? And that's revenue. Profit, I was negative like a couple $1,000s. Like, I didn't know how to run a business, right? So all that being said, me doing all those different avenues led me to where I'm at now. So with that, I'll just tie it all back in together. The people that I met doing the clothing brand put me on to a high ticket offer that they were running to do sales, right? Met them. Didn't work out. Still got put in the space, figured out, oh shit, there's a lot of fucking money to be made sitting right here outside Monday through Sunday. Like, I can work whenever, wherever I want. Just got to be on the phone, have a computer, have some fucking Wi-Fi. It's crazy. I was just in Tampa last week, or this weekend, I guess you'd say. I made more money than I had made ever in a week on the beach. Like, it's just crazy. But what I'm saying is I would have never been introduced to this high-ticket online space if I didn't meet the dude I met from trying the clothing brand, and I would have never got put on that opportunity if I'd never done sales to begin with. Right? So basically what I'm getting at, and I probably said this like 4 times just in different ways, is try shit, do different things. It's probably not going to work out, I'll be honest with you. If you try one thing and you're going to think, because I thought it too, everybody does, you're going to think that's going to be the one. It's probably not going to be the one, and you're going to have to try a couple more times to find something, and it'll all normally tie in together. It's very weird how the world works and how life works, but it'll all tie back in together. But I would say if there's something that you're passionate about and you want to make happen, you can make it happen. If it's something you're just like a get-rich-quick scheme, you don't really care about it, you're not really interested in it, you just want to make some bucks, you're gonna fall out, you're gonna weed out like the rest of them. And then there was something my buddy Tommy posted today. Let me pull it up actually. Tommy posted this today, and this is kind of in the stage of life I was in, but now I'm out of it. But he posted, shit, where's it at? Tommy posted 3 to 6 months of beginner hell, which is making close to zero progress and questioning whether it's worth it. It's nature's way of filtering out people who weren't serious in the first place. Like I mentioned, I've been doing the clothing brand, everything for so long. Tied into this avenue, I was going basically 2.5 months not being paid. Most people would have quit and just got a normal job and just been secure just so they could, go out and drink or whatever for that weekend, whatever it might be. My parents told me, hey, you're an idiot. Not like that. They didn't call me an idiot, but they were like, dude, you really need to go get a job. And I'm like, hey, I'm working on something. I promise you it's going to pay out, yada, yada. Girlfriend, same thing. She's very supportive of me, but you know how it gets. It's like kind of like, all right, like, what are we doing? But I was in that 3 to 6 months of beginner hell. And I would say, if you can get through that 3 to 6 months, hopefully 3, if you fast track everything and, actually care about it, or have time to get into it. If you do those 3 months, you can change your life. And I'm by no means, I'm not sitting here, I'm making $50K a month. No. But I am making more, than a lot of people that are graduating college right now and going to get a job. And I'm still in school. And I can work from where I want when I want. So, I don't know. That was a big rant. Basically, long story short, if there's something you are passionate about, take the risk. Have a plan, first of all. Take the risk. Have a plan. Execute the plan. And it's really that simple. And it seems really hard. And the one person that really brought to life like how easy it is to be successful is my buddy Tommy. And no homo, but Tommy kind of changed my outlook on life and changed my like progression in everything I'm doing. Basically just by sitting and breaking down like everything to me and like explaining, because he's already been through the process that I was going through. He already went through that 3 to 6 months of beginner hell, which is what everybody goes through. It's just basically he mentored me throughout it all. No dick riding shit. But with that being said, I'll just kind of leave out on this. It is Thursday, I think. I don't even know what fucking day it is. It's Thursday. I got home from my trip yesterday, and I already paid for the whole trip while I was on the trip. But today, I just paid for the trip again. So, yeah, it's going good. It's going good. I'm not saying this to boast or brag. I'm just saying this to show you guys that you have a choice in what you do in life. Don't listen to your friends that don't have dreams and aspirations. If all you hang around is people that go out and get drunk, smoke weed, fucking don't work out, don't make any money, you're going to be the same way. So I challenge anybody watching this that has friends like that, and it's a part of life. Somebody's got to be the lone wolf, and I challenge that to be you, to step out. And by doing that and being successful, you will motivate your friends and be in the position to help out your friends get out of that same slump that you got out of by yourself, and bring your friend group up, because that's what life's all about. It's about helping people out. It's about providing resources to people if they need it, and it's about kind of pulling people out of the fire and, you know, maybe sitting in the mud with them for a little bit and helping them get on the right track. But with all that being said, I'm done. I don't even know what you want to call this. I haven't done this in a while. By no means am I where I want to be. By no means is everything happy and jolly still. I'm just in a position now to where I feel comfortable enough to tell you guys that I'm doing well, and so can you. So with that being said, peace.